Sandra, Dr. Knight, it is so good to have you. I've been so excited waiting to do this video.
We have this is a long time coming. We've been talking about this so long.
I'm so
All right,
happy we agreed to do
let's
this.
get it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Dr. Knight is out of Jamaica. She is a board certified surgeon in Jamaica, one of the only female in Jamaica. Yes.
I
So
take
proud
that.
of you.
Take that. Thank you for the promo.
So tell everyone about some of your certifications, your education, all that.
So I'm a medical doctor in surgery and medicine. I have a master's in public health, a diploma in business and entrepreneurship, postgrad in cosmetic surgery, and in particular, this is my favorite, postgrad in anti-aging medicine.
Lord have his mercy. So when I reach 60, I can come to you just to make sure.
Yeah.
But
Then,
today though, we did an Instagram live and
yeah.
we hit briefly on this subject, and I've gotten so many requests because a
Mhm.
lot of people have not heard about this. And that is, correct me, doctor, okay, with the medical term, penile enhancement, enlargement, something like that.
Yes, or genitalia enhancement, male genitalia enhancement.
So this is the subject for the night. Male enhancement, genitalia enlargement. Holla.
Yeah.
So,
I'm actually glad that you're reaching it because a colleague of mine, I did Botox on him a couple weeks ago, and we posted the video on my page. And he was just telling me today that it's like debunking the myth that men don't need Botox. So when we have the conversation about male enhancement, then so many guys who may have had it on their mind can now get it done.
wow. So, okay, tell me specifically what that is, what it consists of.
So male genitalia enhancement has three components: improvement of erectile function, increase in girth or thickness of the shaft of the penis, and to a lesser extent, increase in the length of the penis. If you
Wow.
can, usually you get two out of the three. The most common two is improvement in erectile function and girth. Improvement in length is a little more challenging and requires more complicated surgery.
So if a man have a small penis,
Uh-huh.
or no, not a small penis, but it's like a pinky size, him can come to you and he can get it thicker. Is that it? I mean,
Okay, crudely placed. But he doesn't have to come to me. He may go to any cosmetic surgeon, plastic surgeon, urologist who performs the procedure, which is actually not a very complicated procedure. We actually use the person's own body fat. It's harvested, processed, cleaned, treated, and then it is placed very carefully under the skin of the penis in layers, and then it slowly builds on it like bricks and enhances the girth of the penis. We also do what you call penis shots. That word is going to come out very often. It's called the P shot. Let's stick with the P shot, Priapos shot. And that is PRP injected in the shaft or the spongy bodies of the penis, and it actually increases circulation to the penis during intercourse, so it helps with erectile function.
so
Increase is a bit, yeah.
what you're saying is that it helps get it harder.
Yes,
Oh,
during intercourse or during an erection, whenever that erection is.
okay. So what is that sounds very painful though. Both of
Which
them.
you don't feel it while the procedure has been done because
They're
you're,
under.
yes, not general anesthesia, just sedated.
Okay.
You will have some discomfort for a couple of days after, but generally discomfort is not major. and goes away very quickly. The only downside is that it's now recommended that you have intercourse for about 6 weeks after.
Which man can wait 6 weeks for have sex? I mean, how many men can wait 6 weeks before they have sex?
Well, some wait a lifetime to get a enhanced organ, so they can wait 6 weeks. That's what they tell me.
Wow. So that's the healing process. That's how long it takes.
Not really the healing process. Not really the healing process, but what actually happens is that we are it's a fat graft that we are putting to make the penis thicker. And that graft will require to survive to actually create its own circulatory system and nervous system. And if for some reason there is friction, as in intercourse, that can actually disrupt and displace the fat, and the circulation and the nervous system may not form, and the fat cells may just die, not take.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that means that, so then if you put in I don't know the correct terminology, but you put in a whole heap of fat, they could lose half the fat.
It depends. Some people, I mean, if instructions are not followed to the T, some can lose as much as 70%.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can they do it over? Can they do a second procedure?
They can over time, probably like a year or two after, because it depends on if they have a lot of fibrosis. Fibrosis meaning fibrous tissue, scar tissue that forms from the first. But you can repeat it if you desire to do so.
I have a serious question though.
Mm-hmm.
After it's done and they're healed and they dress, can you see it in their pants, the fullness of it? Is it always full, or only when they have an erection will they see the difference?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Wanna ask is, does it look larger at rest?
Yes.
Right, it does.
Oh wow.
It does. And it also looks larger when erected.
Oh Lord, then which one wouldn't want that?
A lot do.
Oh wow. Okay, the last time that we did this, you mentioned that there are men out there who are affected psychologically because of the size of their penis.
Yes. And I've had one or two psychiatrists refer their clients to me because, sexual prowess is a very huge part of the male psyche, in particular with certain social constructs. And if for some reason you're not able to perform in that reason, there are males who think, well, why do I deserve to live? What am I living for? And we also have females who are a little less than sensitive, that tease or men who they think may not be of the size that they like. And that teasing can be devastating.
Wow.
Yeah, affects them deeply. Can affect them deeply.
So ladies, please, when you vex, when you're angry, when you're breaking up, please do not hit a man figuratively below the belt.
Literally. What we mean when we break up though, don't it, Elaine? Lord.
Yeah, we don't think because we're so angry and we want to hurt them as much as they hurt us.
Yes. Yeah.
And
as much as we perceive that they have hurt us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for a man to really try to kill themselves over that, wow. Do you know the percentage of men who actually have killed themselves as a result of that?
I don't know that data. I could look it up. But it would depend on the country, the social circumstances, the culture, and all of that. Because some races, physiologically and anatomically have smaller penises than other races. Okay. So the prevalence or the incidence would vary based on where you are. But I don't know that data, but I could look it up.
But a lot of people have the perception that Jamaican men are bigger than most men, most other countries or island. So do you get busy in Jamaica? Do you have a lot of men coming in for that procedure?
Okay, so let's backtrack. Let's take a step back. Who thinks that Jamaica? Not saying it's not true. Who thinks that Jamaica men are more well endowed than
You have a
than
lot of foreigners go to
I
Jamaica.
know. Mm-hmm.
This is what I've heard now,
But
okay?
Adelaide.
That a lot of foreigners go to Jamaica to get the experience of a Jamaican man, especially the Rasta man.
Maybe because they're more passionate in bed, they're more detailed, they're more attentive. I don't know. All right, so let's not go there. That's why you said that. But per year, I do about 20 to 30 males.
Wow.
Some overseas, some Jamaican. And I do Jamaican, I've done quite a few men who have very large organs.
So why?
They just want it larger, they just want it thicker. I don't ask why. I just make sure they're mentally stable.
To get off the subject a little bit, a lot
Yeah.
of large men, they think women can handle it. A lot of women like that, but Lord of His mercy, not all women like big, or no, huge. Not many women like huge.
Well, speaking for yourself, yes, that is true. but it's also true empirically also. Most women do prefer medium to lower large organs because at the other end it can be quite painful.
Yeah.
I had a client once, an older female who had a young gentleman, and they had sex and he ruptured her cervix. And I don't want to sound too gross, but when she came to me, she was going into septic shock.
Wow.
Because she had the infection going into her abdominal cavity.
Wow.
Because he literally ripped her cervix from the base of the roof of her vagina. So, lesson learned. That's what we say here. Lesson learned.
Wow. Wow. So are you the only doctor in Jamaica who performed that surgery? Is it called surgery or is it just a procedure?
It's a procedure. It's minimally invasive. To get the fat is through a very small incision. To fat graft onto the penis, it's also a minimally invasive procedure. I wouldn't be able to say that I'm the only one, but I know that I do it.
Okay. Okay.
But other parts of the country could be, maybe.
Recently, I had a conversation with a
Yes.
friend of mine.
Tell me.
She met an older guy.
Yes.
And he had the pump.
Okay. Yes.
I did research on that, and that's a major surgery where they put it inside the penis and then you pump it up and it gets erect.
It is.
Talk about that.
So, Jamaica has one of the highest incidence of prostate cancer. And usually when you do prostatic surgery, many times the nerve that causes erection gets damaged. So most males will not be able to have intercourse naturally after prostate surgery. So the solution is to implant a penile prosthesis, which can be has a couple of forms. The pump is one of the common forms, and the pumps can be different. So you have pumps where they just imagine like two rafts that are deflated, and you insert it inside the spongy bodies of the penis, and when you're ready to have intercourse, you inflate it so it blows up, right? And there are pumps that work from negative pressure that you also place it over the penis when you're ready for intercourse. Take the air out of it's like a cone, and it causes blood to rush to the penis, so you get some sort of erection. And there are other procedures that are not mechanical, that it's like a flexi straw that you insert in the penis, surgically, of course. And then when you're ready to have intercourse, you unwrap it. And when you're finished with intercourse, then you wrap it back up. So that actually, those procedures actually allow men to have sexual intimacy after prostate surgery. And that's a good thing, right?
And the man, can they ejaculate?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The nerves for erection and ejaculation are not the same.
Okay.
So they still feel pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. What they'll not be able to do is have an automatic erection. But apart from that, illnesses like diabetes, hypertension, and other immunological illnesses can cause erectile dysfunction. And so that may be the reason why someone needs a pump. But no woman should ever be turned off by the use of a pump. I think it's actually a great thing if our men feel comfortable enough to engage in relationships, still have, although they have a pump, and, say, hey, this is who I am. We can have a great relationship. I'm a great guy, and this is who I am. And, great things can come from that.
Wow. It's so good, though, that all these things are available to men, but the information, I don't think, is out there, especially
And men
the
information too.
Huh?
Apart from the information is out there, most males generally don't want to think about the information.
Okay.
And many times there's a sort of embarrassment to talk about erectile dysfunction and their penis sizes and all of that. And in many societies, it's more taboo than others. In Europe, penile enhancement is just around the corner. It's always just around the corner. In some European,
Wow.
it's almost impossible to find that procedure. So it just depends on the cultural context that we're in.
Okay.
But I believe every male who needs it should get that help.
Why not? If women are getting their breasts and their butts and everything done, why can't men, do a penile enhancement?
And we're not doing vaginal enhancement, so why not?
Oh, that's a different subject right there. We're going to talk. That's our next video. Is going to be the vaginal enhancement and the O shot.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, oh my goodness. So, one more question, Dr. Knight, before we end this. Mm-hmm. Where do they have a lot of doctors here in New York who do that procedure? Do you know?
I can only assume yes, across the states.
Okay.
A lot of my colleagues do it. A lot of my colleagues here in the States do it. So if anyone needs some information, maybe they could contact you and tell you which state they're in, and I'll send them contacts. Yeah.
Wow. What I'm going to do is, by the way, everyone, Dr. Knight is fully booked up for the rest of the year. So she cannot. Can you talk about that, your appointments?
Until June 2021.
Until June 2021. This lady is busy. Thank God. She is busy. So she has suspended all consultations.
Yes.
And she's not taking any more appointments until June of 2021.
We're going to restart consultations at the end of the year.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. I so appreciate this, Dr. Knight.
But you, girl, you're my cousin. I love you.
I appreciate this. Whoa. Anyway.
Hi, by the way.
Huzzy
says hi.
Hi, husband. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I'm going to put in the description also. I'm going to put in the description the names of some of your colleagues that they can get in contact with. Or they can also Google, right?
Yes, yes.
But I guess a referral is much better.
Yes. I'll give you the contacts.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dr. Sandra.
Time. God bless. Namaste. All right. Bye.